career can you think of that's been basically the same since ancient times? Not that many. Today we're on top of a mountain in Orinda. The fog has just burned off, and we are going to meet a modern-day farrier. What the heck is a farrier? It is a guy who shoes horses for a living. And this particular profession is basically unchanged since about 1000 AD. As long as man has been domesticating horses, they have been protecting the feet of their ride. I'm Bonnie Spindler, I'm the Victorian specialist, and today we're going to look at the history of horseshoeing. So from the time that people had domesticated horses, they've pretty much been horseshoes. At first they were made from bronze, and then later iron. During the Crusades in the 12th century, these iron horseshoes were used as money. You could actually pay your taxes with a horseshoe because they were considered so valuable. So the term farrier started in the 16th century, and it talks about the close association between blacksmithing and shoeing horses, because the farrier has to heat up the horseshoes in a forge, pound them and make them malleable so that it fits the horse better. And so most farriers are blacksmiths, although not all blacksmiths are farriers. So important is this connection that they used to say, no foot, no horse. So in other words, you don't have a horse if its feet are not well taken care of. And so different kinds of shoes fit different kinds of horses, and depending on the use, you do a different kind of horseshoe. So we're going to talk to Bray and see what he says about his job, how he got into it, and all the different aspects of it, because we have a modern man who is doing an ancient craft. So here we are in the Orinda Hills on a ranchero, which is absolutely beautiful.
It is.
Thank you so much for having us and letting us tag along for some horseshoeing. It's amazing.
Yeah, thank you guys for coming along.
How did you even get involved in this?
I have been shoeing for about 9 years now. I met a farrier just through some friends randomly, and in a conversation it came out that that's what he did for a living, and I always loved being around horses, and I was intrigued by the work, so I asked him if I could tag along and see what it was like.
So that's traditionally how it was taught, from a master or journeyman to an apprentice. Yeah.
Apprenticeship, yeah. There was some schooling after working with Jason was his name. I went to a horseshoeing school. It was an 8-week immersion course. You lived there at the school, and every day you woke up, you lived, breathed, ate horseshoeing.
So I noticed that your whole setup now is portable. It used to be that horses would come to a blacksmithing shop and get worked on there, but you've got this whole setup.
They did. Back in the day, they had to bring their horses into the shop, and nowadays the shop comes to
It's
the
amazing.
horses, and it's nice. Everything I need right here. I have all my shoes inside the truck. I have my anvil, my stand, and it's built on a slider, so I just pull it all out and easy access.
So how many horses do you work on?
I work on, I think on my books I probably have around like 75 horses or more.
And they need treatments every
6 weeks is when
just
majority
like
of the horses
people.
on my schedule. Yeah, they're like a bit like getting your hair cut,
Yeah.
You want to get to it before the split ends, not like once they're there.
Yeah.
So maintenance. Being around the horses, being in tune with the animals, kind of like being sensitive to their own internal energies and
keeping them happy and healthy.
Yeah.
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 That's really neat. Thank you so much for allowing us to tag along.
No problem at all.
So hopefully you've enjoyed learning about the world's second oldest profession. I'm Bonnie Spindler, the Victorian specialist, and I'll see you again next month. Just trying to eat my button.